Disappointments come when you get elevated. Disappointments can come when you get laid off. Disappointments can come right after your children graduate. Disappointments can come right after you deal with a death. Disappointments can come even when you're at the height of your life, when you feel I finally made it, and then a disappointment will come. And that can be discouraging on that level. And all you're hearing is leveling up. But all I see is disappointment and discouragement on that level. You understand that, Ashley? It's like I'm here now. I've made it, and then something hit me, and it's like it knocked me off of my level that I'm on. So now I feel like I'm back at it. You understand what I'm saying, Pete? Like I'm back at it again. And like I said, disappointment does not discriminate. Disappointment is in the White House. Disappointment is in the crack house. Disappointment is anybody's lifestyle. There is disappointment.
That's right. That's right.
It can be in people that are poverty-stricken, people that are in good health, people that are on bedridden, people that are autistic, people that have the highest IQ. They have disappointments too. They feel like they got it all figured out. I have the highest IQ, but you can be disappointed too. And if we decide to listen to the sound of disappointments in our lives and the echo of disappointment, it can cause you to stop on whatever level that you're on.
Wow.
It can cause you to just cease and just stand there on that level, because reality is disappointments in our life can sometimes be louder and louder than the triumphs and excellence of our lives.
Wow.
We can know that we just excelled it, but disappointment will come and it'll override what has already happened that was good, because everything in your life has a sound.
Wow.
Don't ever think everything in your life has a sound, because you hear it. You can hear the disappointment. You can hear the triumph. But reality is, since we're faith people, we have to be reminded in the battle and how to handle everything. So I want to go to Psalms 37 and 23. Because we're talking about mastering the level that we're on. And the Bible says the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. And he that delighteth in his way, though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord uphold him with his hands. The steps. We're going to define steps. Steps is an act or movement of putting one leg in front of the other, walking or running. Another definition said to lift and set down one's foot on one after another in order to walk somewhere. You understand? So when you think of steps or level, you should think of process. You should think of process, because this indicates that the next level might take some time and some work.
All right, lady.
You can't get to the next level without working your faith, without working your commitment, without working your ownership, without working what you have before you. The next level is going to take some work. It might not happen overnight. It's going to take you exercising your faith while on the level that you're at. You may see that in the vision that you have, or in a dream, maybe you have to be prophesied to the next level. It's easy. You come to church, you get a word from God that you're going to the next level. You come to church, you feel that you can see the next level. And in order to get there, it means that you have to go through a process. There's a steps. Because remember, a good man's steps are ordered by God. And define the process as a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. The word process means a series of actions or steps. Meaning that in order to step, there is a process. They both go hand to hand. You can't step without a process. And you can't make a process without a step. You have to have both of them in your life in order to get to the next level. It's not possible to have one without the other. And one thing in the faith and in church, it's hard to be a visionary. Because the thing about a visionary is you see what you see in the natural.
See what you see.
You see what's on the horizon. You see what you see. You see that in the natural it's this. But in the spirit, man, you feel something. There's an unction in your spirit. And you know that that you see, you come to church and you feel my marriage is going to be fixed. But you get home and it's not. You come to church, you say, my baby coming out of jail, but you get that phone call when you get home. You come to church and you feel that your business is about to get out of debt, but you look at your bank account and it's not. Right. And we dance on this and we feel on this, but in the natural we say, I'm still on this level. So it's hard to not be discouraged or disappointment, but you have to understand your point is just to master that level.
That's it.
Because the Bible says in Proverbs 13 and 12, hope deferred make the heart sick.
That's good. That's good.
But when the desire cometh, is it a tree of life. So in the time that we're waiting on that level, don't get discouraged. Because hope is going to be deferred. But you got to understand, it might make your heart sick, but when the desire cometh, it's going to be like a tree of life. It's going to be like a tree of life. And sometimes we tell God, why didn't you show me that I was going to own the company and I'm cleaning the toilet? Lord, why didn't you prophesy to the Life Family Worship Center that 300 is coming and Pastor Hill can't get fired and be on time?
Wow.
It's a visionary. We see it, but we're asking God, when are you going to manifest it? We're worrying about the destination, but God is worried about our determination. We're worried about getting there or getting them to Him, and God is trying to tell us, process where you're at on this level. Because we got to understand, Cornelius is already there. We got to process ourselves and manifest what we have on this level in order to meet Him on that level.
All right.
That is so good.
And a lot of times we're working on the next step while we're working in the current step, which means we are working backwards.
Wow.
Help us.
We got to ask God to teach us patience while He's ordering our step on this level. We got to ask God to help us exercise our faith while we're on this level. Because remember, we all get discouraged. But the great thing is, He's ordering our steps. And when I listen to He's ordering our steps, you know what this tells me? He already knows what's on the menu. Because in order to order something, there's a menu already set before in order to see what's already there. Don't worry about it. He's ordering. You're not ordering yourself if you just let Him be a good man. Just be a good man. You can define it. Be a good man and He'll order your steps. You don't have to worry about it because the blueprint is already there, which is the menu. Because He's ordering it for you. And a lot of times we try to skip the levels or step, but God is trying to make our character on the level that we already are. We call them cycles.
Wow.
But God is taking us back to master those levels that we skipped. We call them cycles. I'm tired of going through this cycle. No, baby, it's not a cycle. It's a step that you didn't master. You still let Shanika get on your nerves. You still let your baby daddy come over after hours. You still let them phone calls get you messed up. That ain't a cycle. It's a step. Are you anointed? No on that step, and then you can make it to the next step. You keep going back, baby, you're tripping off the step. You're tripping off the